lot of you guys are getting to the wrist ride, and we're gonna work arm extractions in a minute, okay? If I can get to A grip, great. I got it, I'm gonna win it, I know it. If I get to B grip, it's a little bit more difficult to get his arms out. It's a wrist ride in wrestling, but it's still not like I'm just popping his arms out right away. I don't need to rush here. I just take my elbows, but if my elbows bend out, I'm not moving his elbow very high. They're kind of in the same plane as his wrists, right? So I know I want to use my pressure of my body weight rather than my strength. I flare my elbows towards his ears. And I want it to run parallel with him as I drive just my body pressure forward. Okay? Anytime I can get his elbow over his hand, I'm probably going to extract the arm or have a much higher probability of extracting the arm. So now, once we have one arm extracted, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my knee on that side, the same side as I had the arm extracted, and right now you see that there's space under his shoulder. So if he wants to start to defend this, if he knows what he's doing, he wrestles, he's going to start to tuck his right shoulder to the ground and get to his side. Okay? And if I let him do that, he's going to do that. So as soon as I get this extraction out, my knee fills the hole. Now he tries to put his shoulder in the hole. Now I take the second arm out because I put a wedge in there. The way he defeats the wedge is get to his side, right? If I get an arm behind the back, he's got to tuck his shoulder. I just take that space away. If I take the space away, it's much harder for him to defeat the position. Right? The second arm becomes very easy then because I have all this leverage. Okay, so one more time. If you have B grips on the wrists, you can wait for your back up here, sure. But when I showed you my body cam video, what was I doing with my elbows? And pressuring forward, pressuring forward. I'm just letting him wear my weight as I work my elbows up towards his head. And once that, I feel one come out, as I pull it on his back, my thigh takes the space of where he wants to tuck his shoulder to get to his side. Now he tries to get to his side. Now I put the shoulder on the ground, I have way more leverage. Now I double wedge. I control both hands and I cuff him just like I do in cooperative cuffing. He's not going anywhere, right? If I have both arms here, just work to get out. Not going anywhere. I have to sit here and cuff him when I want to, right? So I cuff the cooperative guy the same way I cuff the uncooperative guy, and that is when he's controlled. When I control both arms. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that, okay, just wrist ride and just pressure until your second guy gets there. And then we'll show you how to do that with a team. Okay, that's always an option also. But if you're in the county and your backup's 30 minutes away, this dude's arms are probably going to get tired if you keep pressuring and arms are going to start to come out. It's even easier to extract the arm when he tries to reach for his waistband. So he's trying to get to something. Oh, cool. Now I can run my thigh again. I run the wedge again. So if I win the position, I can extract it if he reaches. It's harder to do it in wrestling because we're staying tight and they got the wrist and we're not ever taking our hand down to reach for something. If they go to present, they should take the